Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really did that, because I don't be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You don't talk about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, tribe. Hope everybody had a great day. I am exhausted. I'm going to do this tribe meeting and then I am probably going to bed. I spent most of today moving furniture and cleaning, getting my classroom ready. Child, I'm tired. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pull something up. Okay. So come on in, you guys. Let's go. Hey, y'all. What's up? How are we doing today? Okay, let me say hi to the people, and then we're going to get into some things of the things, honey. We're going to get into some things of the things. All right. What up, Corey? Hey, Papo. How you doing? Hey, Informed. Thank you, y'all. The Informed was the person that gave me the gift, and the gift receipt said Nunya, and I was like, is he trying to say none of your business? The Informed was like, that's me. Thank you again for your gift, my love. Thank you so much. J Diva, lovely Nola. What's up, Cajun? Hey, Alexis. Hey, Sierra. What's up, Tan? Auntie Natty. What's going on? La Night. Hey, Don, I see that you are sold out. I still didn't get my oil. Child, I'm going to get you, though. I'm sure you'll because you sold out so fast, I'm sure you're going to re-up. And that was just the pre-order, so I'm still going to get my oil, honey. And if you want to put your link in the chat, please do. Y'all know that Don came out with his own line of infused olive oil. Y'all know he's a chef, okay? So the pre-orders are sold out, but you can still get you some. I'm sure he ain't gonna turn down nobody that want to pay for some oil, okay? Hey Chuck, what's up, boo? Candy. Hey Naisha. Hey Melly. My body is mad, baby. Hey, it's days like this. I wish I have a tub, but I wish I had like a big old tub that I could just sink down in and all that. My tub ain't like that. It ain't about that life. But there's days like today, I wish I had one of them because Miss Bate thing, what's up? Hey Ashley. PD's bored you to death today. I'm gonna give my school credit. They gave us all, like, we were in PD's yesterday, but they gave us all day today in our classroom, like that, like literally all day. So I give my school credit for that. We didn't have a bunch of meetings today. We literally had the whole work day in our classroom. Halfpin Majani, what's going on? Chuck said, I'm outside. You walking in this heat. You be careful, Chuck. Walking in that heat. Hey, Cherise Montrez. Kay just said he want to order Don. Put that link in here, honey. Hey, DB, what's going on? Hey, Leah. Took my shower and put in a standalone tub. I am going to redo my bathroom. That is definitely on the list. I'll probably redo my bathroom, but I was thinking about, I wasn't going to put in I wasn't going to put in a tub. I was going to put in I was going to redo my shower and everything and do like, you know, the shower with a bench so I could like sit down in the shower and like do steam and stuff. But I'm definitely doing that. I'm definitely updating my bathroom. It won't be next year. It'll probably be the year after next. That's my plan. Unless I come into a blessing sooner rather than later. But right now, that ain't on the agenda. Which one, Case? You know, you're a gentleman of the evening. Oh, not a gentleman. Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm gonna let y'all add that. There's the link, you guys. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and get y'all some of that oil. I'm gonna give me some oil too. Like I said, my intention was to do it last Friday, and I forgot. I ain't gonna tell you no lies, child. I forgot. So I'll do it. I'll do it this Friday when I get my YouTube paycheck, child. When I get my YouTube paycheck, I'll do it this Friday. Okay. Shut up, Cajun. Hey, Bama girl, what's going on? So look, y'all, come on in. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lies. I forgot to do the bit.ly for the FanDuel link, but I will put it on the community wall again. If you guys want to join the FanDuel football league, we have about 3 more weeks, I think, before the season starts. So you have until I think September the 10th, maybe 8th, or so, that first week of September. The first Sunday, no, that would be the second Sunday in September. So whatever the first Sunday of football season is, you have until 12 o'clock. Thank you, El Teddy. El Teddy, listen, I am confusion. And I know that you busy and you got other stuff that you doing. You did your show. And I listened. I promise you I listened. But I am so confusion. You may or may not be here when I get to that part of my show. But I am so confusion. But we'll get there. I got to get some little stuff out the way first because it's been a while since I've been down here to talk to the people. But I'm confusion about everything that's going on in Texas. I'm just fucking confusion. And I listened to you. I did. I promise I did. But I am still confusion. And I'm going to tell y'all why I'm confusion. But we'll get to that in a few minutes. So, okay. All right. Cool. All right, cool. We'll do it at the end, and I'll text you if you want so you can come up. And again, I understand what happened. I'm just confusion. You see what I'm saying? But I'll text you, boo. Y'all had 4 full PD days before y'all got. See, that's that dumb shit. And I'm gonna be honest and say this too. I honestly, and I made this suggestion to my admin team. I was like, yeah, because my school does this thing where they do like this round robin. Like the first day we come back, of course they do a general session. They welcome everybody back, blah, blah, blah. They introduce the new teachers, blah, blah, blah. They introduce the leadership team, blah, blah, blah. And then we do these breakout sessions where it's like a round robin and everybody goes to the same 4 sessions. I was telling my admin team, I feel like we need to do a sign-up sheet. Right? Let people sign up for the session they feel like they need. Now, in the afternoon, they did do something like that for, we have Canvas, Synergy and Canvas, which is what we do our like grading and all that stuff in. And people could choose beginner, intermediate, or advanced, right? But I really feel like they should do that for all of the sessions because some of that stuff I don't need. The only thing I feel like all of us needed to sit through the same information was our report card for the year before, like the data that went over how our school did in the state, and that, yes. But as far as like using Synergy, using Canvas, this is the 3rd year we've used Canvas. If anybody at our school has been there for the last 3 years that we have used Canvas and they still need the beginner class, we got bigger problems. If I've been using the same system every day for the past 3 school years, and you still need to sit in the beginner class, we got bigger fish to fry. Now, I'm going to be honest. I went to the intermediate class. But can I tell y'all why I went to the intermediate class? This going to sound trifling. Because I didn't need the intermediate class either. Do y'all know why I went to the intermediate class? Because at the end of that session, we were done for the day. And it was the closest to the door. Now I'm just going to tell y'all the truth and shame the devil. I said I went to the intermediate session because it was the closest to the front door. Because I didn't need none of them. And that's the truth. I swear that's the truth. That is the truth. I said, what classroom is this session in? What class? One was in the cafeteria. That's all the way on the other side of the building. That was the beginner session. I said, well, I damn sure don't need the beginner session. And I said, well, where's the intermediate session? I mean, the advanced session was in the cafeteria, which I probably could have sat in the advanced session because there's always more you can learn, right? But it was in the cafeteria. The cafeteria is on the opposite side of the building. The cafeteria is the furthest away. Yeah. Anyway, see, really be that was my issue. We got the same systems except our parent alert system, and we did that on the first day. The rest was watch the videos if you need a refresh. That's just stupid. And so tomorrow is our district meetings. I haven't even registered for it yet. Because here's the reason why I ain't registered yet. One, I just keep forgetting. I'm just gonna be honest. The second reason why I haven't registered yet is it's not like it's gonna get full. It's not like they're gonna say, "Oh, you can't go because it's not enough. We don't have enough slots." It's virtual. It's not like they need desks. So I just keep forgetting to sign up for it. I could probably get up at tomorrow morning at 7:00 and sign up. I'm gonna sign up when I get off of here before I go to bed. But anyway, child, that's my. So while I'm literally sitting in the session tomorrow, I'm gonna be working on my classroom because they told us we had to be in the building. We couldn't do it from home. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. That's fine. Because at first I was irritated by that. At first I was like, it's stupid. It's virtual. Why can't I do it from home? But you know what? I don't care. I'll do it from the building. Because while y'all are in this session that I'm not going to be paying attention to, I'm going to just finish working on my classroom. I'm good. I'm good with that. Anyway, moving right along. Why are y'all fussing with Chuck? Lord, Chuck, I don't even know what's going on. Let me get out this chat. Y'all in there doing whatever y'all doing. I'm going to let y'all have it. Let me get out this chat. So, there's that, you guys. So, moving right along. I feel like those are the only church announcements. I should, for those that are doing the books in Bourbon, I should have a tentative schedule. I will post it in the excuse me. I'll post it in the group chat this weekend. I should have everything locked in by the end of this week. I'll tell you what restaurant we're going to. I'll tell you the 2 distilleries that we're going to. All that good stuff. I'll have a tentative schedule for you guys. And like I said, I'll put it on the community wall too. Because like I know like Chuck doesn't have Instagram. Even though he lives locally, but he's still going to be hanging out with us for the weekend. So, and I got to talk to you too, Chuck, about something. Listen, I know I always feel like I got to talk to Chuck, but Chuck, it'll be a blessing. If I forget to call you, that's okay. It'll be a blessing when I finally talk to you. All you need to know is you got a blessing coming. If I do forget to call you, it's nothing important. It's nothing bad. It's nothing urgent. Just know you got a blessing. Just know that when I talk to you, it'll be like, oh my gosh. I just have to remember to do it. So that'll be out by the end of this week. That's tentative. Cruise information. That sale was really good. If you missed it, don't fret. They did say it was pre-Black Friday, so I feel like those prices will be the same prices for Black Friday. So if you weren't prepared or didn't have the money when this sale happened last week or earlier this week, just make sure that you have your money ready in November. And it sounds like they're going to do the sale again in November. I got the drink package and I did my parachute. I bought my hot air. I said parachute. Lord, I didn't know parachute. I bought my hot air balloon ticket, and then I'll do the internet. I'll do the internet on for Black Friday. Also, shout out to Cajun. I said this before, but baby, Cajun is on it. Cajun is one of those people. He gonna save $15. He don't care. He gonna and what I love about Cajun is that Cajun is not a gatekeeper. He gonna save his $15 and then he gonna tell you how he saved that $15. So shout out to you, Cajun, for keeping us on our toes and letting us know what's going on with the cruise and books and bourbon and that kind of thing. I appreciate it. I really, really do. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna I said that yesterday when I finish with my classroom, I'll give you guys a tour. I'm going to do a before and after. So like this morning when I first went in my classroom, I did a video. I actually posted that on TikTok. So I did a video of what my classroom looked like this morning. And then when I'm actually done with my classroom, I'll do another video, and I'll probably do a more detailed video showing you guys, like, especially for the people who bought me stuff, showing y'all what I did with the things that you guys purchased, so you guys can see, that I'm actually using the stuff and that it's there. So I will definitely do that. Okay, let's get into these things. First of all, we have a couple of updates. I did a couple of TikToks, but because I haven't been live, I'm gonna just go ahead and do them here. Uncle Near's did get put under receivership. Now, Fawn Weaver did come down here and do a video basically saying that don't believe the hype. Sales are up. The company is good. The company is solvent. And basically she said, keep buying it. Keep clearing them shelves so that people know that the brand is still supported. She said that she is still very much a part of the company. So, but I will say this. I'm going to be honest, you guys. And let's be clear. I'm here to support. I always buy Uncle Near's if I see it on the bar. Like I told you guys, when I was on the cruise, I saw it and I bought it on the cruise. Like, I'm going to support it when I see it. But I am going to say this. I have to be honest, and I am going to say this. We read the lawsuit. We read both. We read the response. We read the initial lawsuit. We read the response. And then I listened to the breakdown of what happened at the hearing on the receivership, and I did a video where the judge gave his reasoning as to why he did put the company under a receivership. I'm going to be honest and say I feel like, and this is a non-legal person, so y'all know I ain't nobody's attorney, but I feel like there's some, people were trying to say, oh, well, this is a judge that was appointed by Trump and da-da-da-da-da. But when the judge gave his reasoning as to why he put the company under a receivership, I understood what the judge was saying. Now, do I think that remedy was extreme? I don't know if it rises to the level of it needed to be put under a receivership. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like a receivership is an extreme remedy. And I feel like if they have been paying the loan back and they've made these multiple millions of dollars worth of, payments in the last 12 months, I feel like the judge should have given them an opportunity to I feel like the judge could have said, well, listen, you need to pay XYZ amount by the end of the year or XYZ amount within the next 12 months. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like something else could have been done. So I do not feel like a receivership was necessarily needed. However, when your own attorney says in court, and I understand the attorney ain't gonna lie, but when your own attorney says in court, yeah, we do kind of have a cash flow problem right now, that's not helpful. When you say, hey, The reason why these loans were taken out, they were taken out fraudulently by our CFO, yet they produced emails in court with you still working with the CFO after you allegedly fired the CFO for fraud. Those things are a little concerning. Because at the end of the day, you're still responsible for the fact that this man took out loans while he was working for you, especially if he still was working for you after you found out about the fraud, allegedly. So we're going to, well, when I say we, I mean me. I'm going to continue to support. I'm going to continue to support it. I hope that, you know, listen, I hope there's some bumps in the road. I mean, not hope. I hope they've learned, from the bumps in the road. And unfortunately, you know, entrepreneurs go through stuff and mistakes are made, you know, but I do feel like, and here's the thing, and this is getting ready to fall under the category of life ain't fair. At the end of the day, we know that we don't get the same breaks. We know we don't get the same leash, you know, lead on the leash. We know we don't get the same leeway that other people get. So do I think that if this had been a white company, would they be under receivership right now based on the facts? Maybe not. Maybe not. But at the end of the day, we know we're under a bigger microscope, magnifying glass, microscope, whatever. We know it's a bigger target on us. So I'm going to continue to support her. I'm going to continue to buy Uncle Nearest. I'm going to continue to ask for Uncle Nearest when I go out to restaurants, you know. So moving right along. Hold on, let me write this down before I forget. Hold on. Okay. Gladys Knight said, leave her alone. Gladys Knight said, leave her alone. Now, I'm going to read y'all what Gladys Knight said about her son saying she needed to be put to talk about receiverships. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give me a bottle of Regina King's new wine as well. I'm going to go to the big wine store here and ask for it. What's that place called? It's a big wine store here. I can't remember the name of it. And I'm going to ask about it too. I'm definitely going to I'm going to support that as well. Gladys Knight denied claims her son made over the status of her well-being. The Midnight Train, the Georgia star, Shanga Hankerson, accused Knight's husband, William McDowell, of mental and financial abuse and told People magazine that he filed a complaint with authorities in North Carolina. Despite his allegations, Knight, 81, confirmed that she is doing very well. While on the road with Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and Stephanie Mills as part of the Queen's tour. Quote, I'm sorry that my health and performances have been misrepresented, Knight said in a statement. I want my fans and those concerned to rest assured I'm doing very well for someone who has been on stage for 3/4 of a century. Hard to believe, right? She added, I'm healthy and happy and visiting friends and family these last few months. I'm excited to get back on the road with my sisters and on stage with the Queen's tour. See you soon. Listen. If y'all believe that statement came from Gladys Knight, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell y'all. Now, I'm not saying that this man is abusing her. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that Gladys Knight don't want to be on tour. That ain't what I'm saying either. What I am saying is I want to see her and I want to hear her so I can look her in her eyes when she's saying it. I don't want no written statement. If you're accusing somebody of having Gladys Knight on stage when her mental capacity is not necessarily there, when he's accusing him of his mom having sundown syndrome when he is saying, hey, my mom got disoriented and she ended up at a hotel across town and she couldn't remember anybody's phone number to help her get to her correct hotel, to the point where the people had to go through her phone and ended up calling my sister. See, those are some very serious accusations, and none of that was addressed. Not saying they owe it to us, because they don't owe me nothing. But what I am saying is, I don't believe those are Gladys Knight's words. I believe that her husband curated that statement and released it to the public. That doesn't mean that Gladys is being held hostage. That ain't what I'm saying either. But I'm just saying I need more information. And I know that a lot of people don't trust the son because, you know, he did what he did with them restaurants. I understand that. But two things can be true at the same time. He can be a horrible businessman, but still love his mama. You see what I'm saying? Two things can be true at the same time. I still want to see them text messages where the husband allegedly said that Gladys suffers from sundown syndrome. Because to me, if he has a text message from the husband saying that Gladys suffers from sundown syndrome, then in my opinion, that's all he needs. Because to me, that is very clearly a issue. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Right, we went through this with James Amos, and I still ain't convinced. Now, I know that in that case, both of them, the siblings, had some shit going on with them. But I'm going to be honest and tell you, I still ain't convinced. If I'm being honest. Exactly, Nessa. That's what I was saying. It is absolutely a precursor. Let me move this light a little bit closer. I thought that only affected blind people. Sundown syndrome? No, sundown syndrome is what's the word? Well, somebody just said precursor, so I'll use your words, Nessa. A precursor to dementia. Yeah. Now, the son said he had text messages where the man said it, but he didn't release them text messages. He released some other text messages that, in my opinion, wasn't important. So maybe he holding on to the smoking gun, maybe he don't have it. Now that's just how I'm gonna say that. Move right along. Diva said, baby, them 6 p.m. dementia patients are trying to escape and pack up and leave. Okay. It's a precursor to Alzheimer's as well. Exactly. Nessa said, we experienced that with my mama, RIP. Well, definitely RIP to your mom. My friend went through that with her mom as well. Yeah. So honestly, y'all, listen, I think it's sad, but I do not think it's too far out of the realm of reality. A lot of people left comments under my Gladys Knight video that basically said, yep, I went to the concert and she definitely, you know, is disoriented. She's forgetting the words. There definitely was some delays. Like, there were a lot of people. I think there was only like one comment on my video where the person was like, hey, everything seemed cool to me. But everybody else was like, you know. And again, I'm not even saying that she don't want to be on tour. She probably does want to be on tour. She not almost 40, Sierra. I said that the last time. She not almost 40. She 81. That is not almost 40. That's 19 years away. I mean, 100. That's 19 years away. But she may very well be dealing with some other issues, you know. Even if she did get in the video and sing well, that doesn't mean that there isn't a problem. Right. Exactly. She performs at night. Exactly. And Tam, thank you again for your gifts as well. I thank everybody. I read through their sheet, but I know I didn't thank. I mean, I read their name on the sheet, but I know I didn't thank everybody as I was opening the gifts. So I want to just thank you again and again and again. She is not around 100. Stop. Now, I said it. I said it too. But when you were 31, you would not want nobody saying you almost 50. I'm just saying. Not working might take her home to glory faster. And see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that Gladys Knight shouldn't be working. But what I am saying is, I feel like, and maybe there are, because I'm not there on the road with her, but maybe there should be some precautions made for her. And again, I ain't on the road, so I don't know. Maybe she is. But she could do matinee shows instead of nighttime shows. They can space out the shows so that she's not doing a show. Maybe they could space out that schedule. That's a pretty rigorous schedule. When I looked at the tour schedule, it's a pretty rigorous for a bunch of women in their 80s. That's kind of a rigorous tour schedule. So, maybe they could space out the tour dates a little bit more so people could get rest, some real rest in between. Hold on, let me look at this. What's it called? The Queen's Tour. Let's look at this. The Queen's Tour dates. The Queen's Tour. Schedule. Okay, let's look at this schedule. Okay. That's not what I want. Hold on. That's what I want. I want all of the dates. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's see if it's spaced out enough. All right, let's start here. Friday, September the 19th, they are at Greensboro Coliseum. September the 20th, they're in Atlanta, Georgia. So they go from Greensboro to Atlanta. Now, that's probably a 45-minute flight, if that. It's like a 6-hour drive, a 45-minute flight. But it is the very next day, which means that they're getting off stage. They're literally either getting on a flight or getting on a tour bus. If they're on a tour bus, they're driving all night because it's a 6-hour drive. 6-hour drive. So so that means you're driving all night. If you get off stage at 10, 11 o'clock, you get into Atlanta, Georgia at 5 in the morning. You can rest all day till it's time for you to go to the show. Now, I don't know if y'all think that's a lot, but okay, let's keep going. So September the 20th, September the 19th, Greensboro. September the 20th, Atlanta. September the 21st, Memphis. September the 25th, Newark, New Jersey. September the 27th, Milwaukee. September the 28th, Detroit. October the 3rd, Washington, D.C. October the 4th, Atlantic City. October the 5th, Cleveland, Ohio. And then November the 16th. Oh, no, that's just Patti LaBelle. Y'all, that's a lot. Listen, that's a lot. Let me check one more thing here. Let me check something else. Let me check something else here real quick. Hold on. Gladys. Now, the Google machine, and I know we can't go by the Google machine because everything, when it comes to people's net worth is not always accurate in the Google machine. But according to the Google machine, Gladys Knight's net worth is $28 million. I feel like she could space these out and not have to work every damn night. I mean, I feel like at her net worth at $28 million, I feel like she could say, hey, I can do 2 dates a week. And we're going to do some matinees. The show going to start at 6 o'clock. But that's still too late. I guess 1 o'clock. I don't know, child. You know what? The inform Gladys, you know you work too hard. Yes. Anyway, well, Gladys says she fine according to the statement that her husband wrote for her, because I don't believe she said that. Okay. John Wall has announced his official retirement from the NBA. Good for him. I wish you well in all your endeavors, John Wall. Okay. The last time we talked about this Kirk and Rashida and her daughter and son and situation, I don't know what the hell where we left off in this chapter. But what I will say is, I know I did a TikTok on her friend releasing the video of her being abused by this young man. Now, listen, let me explain something to y'all. The fact that there's layers to what I'm getting ready to say, so let me get it all out. He did, Corey. He did. The fact that the best friend dropped that video, and it was 2 videos showing that man unprovoked. In neither video did we see her do anything. Not saying that it would be right either way, but we didn't see her put her hands on him. Matter of fact, it looked like she was asleep. Well, that man straight up jumped on her, choked her, hit her, and those were 2 separate videos in her bedroom. Now, here's what I think people aren't hearing or people aren't paying attention to. Why did her friend have those videos? You know why her friend had those videos? That was in case something happened to me videos. Kelsey probably sent her friend those videos and said, in case something happens to me. Because there's no other reason why the friend would have videos from that girl's bedroom. And then she had text messages where she literally texted that boy mama and said, I put him out, come get him, because he been putting his hands on me. Which means that this sorry ass family, and yes, I'm going to call them a sorry ass family, because here's why. Again, there's layers to this, so let me get through this. This sorry ass family has been coming out here defending this boy as if he were an angel and Kelsey was some horrible, mean, terrible person. Y'all knew what this boy was doing to this girl. And at the end of the day, I get it. That's your son, that's your brother. But you know what? Shutting the fuck up is free. Y'all didn't have to come down here and defend him and act like, I can't believe she did this to my child. She did this to my brother. She set him up. When you know good and damn well that this is something that had been going on for a minute. This wasn't no isolated incident where he just got drunk one day and lost it. No. This been going on. This was a toxic situation. And then the sister gonna drop a video of him and Kelsey having an argument. What was that supposed to prove? So because we saw him and Kelsey arguing and her, yelling at him, and I think at one point she did like mush him. I do think that, she did say, get out my face. Was that supposed to prove something to us? Because first of all, that wasn't even the same day as those incidents. Kelsey looked like she was in the bathroom, washing her face, brushing her teeth, cleaning out one of her containers or something. So it wasn't even the same day. And even if it was the same day, she was in her bed asleep. They weren't arguing when he did that to her. And then y'all made it seem like Kelsey called her brother to come over there. Like she said, they kept saying she set him up. And come to find out, the brother lives there. The brother that's in question lives there. So it could stand to reason that maybe the brother was trying to break up a fight. Maybe he was in the process of assaulting Kelsey when the brother came up there and broke it up. And then whatever happened. Because I don't know. None of us still know what actually happened We've heard a lot of rumors and stuff. We still don't know. So what I'm saying is, two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, allegedly. Two things can be true at the same time. Your brother / son can be an ain't shit nigga that was beating up his girlfriend. But he could also be a victim. See, two things can be true at the same time. But either way, you knew your brother / son didn't have clean hands in this situation. And shutting the fuck up is free. And speaking of shutting the fuck up, I want to thank Kurt and Rashida for taking their daughter's phone. And I want to thank her for shutting the fuck up. Now, maybe, just maybe, she slid her friend them videos for her friend to put them out there. I don't know. I don't know when the friend got them videos. I don't know. But I'm glad that Kelsey has put her phone down. Artillery said he ain't no victim. He can be a victim if he was pow-powed in the back multiple times. That's not self-defense. That's not self-defense. Listen, he can be a despicable person that put his hands on his girlfriend repeatedly and still be a victim. But that's your opinion. You might not feel like that. I'm just saying from where I'm sitting. All I'm saying is one doesn't equal the other. But you knew your son / brother did not have clean hands. And now everybody telling the story, baby. Everybody telling stories on TikTok about their run-ins with this guy. Let's keep going. We almost done because I'm going to have a sugar spike moment at the end of this. So just so y'all know, shout out to the 233 people that are in the chat. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, if you could please hit that like button. Don's on is here. If we get to 300 people, we're going to open up that kitchen. Okay. But I ain't see Tracy drop down. But Don, he'll open up the bar. Sometimes he'll open up the bar for y'all. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all get that infused olive oil from him, okay? All right. Down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. A video surfaced today with K. Michelle, Portia, and I believe and Kelly. Y'all know that the rumor is that K. Michelle is going to be on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they have picked up the cameras. The Real Housewives of Atlanta is filming for season 17. Now, listen. Here's what we know about reality TV, especially Bravo. Bravo is the king of it. Hey, Amir, how are you, my love? I haven't seen you in a while. Hey. Let me say this to y'all. Nothing is by accident. That wasn't a picture that somebody caught, snapped on the side. They were hiding themselves. They were lurking behind a corner. Those women posed for that picture. So they absolutely want us to believe that K. Michelle is on this season. That doesn't make it true yet. That does not make it true yet. But they absolutely want us to believe that. Now, are they playing with us and playing up the rumor? Or is it true? Now, this is what I am going to also say. According to Michelle A.T. Elliott, now I know a lot of y'all don't particularly care for Michelle A.T. Elliott, but one thing I say, one thing for sure, and two things for certain. When it comes to them Atlanta streets, Michelle be knowing what's going on. And according to Michelle, Sheree is absolutely coming back. That child has been hired and fired more times than a little bit. But according to Michelle, the rumors about Sheree coming back are true. And according to what Michelle said, she is going to be a full-time peach holder. Nene said them people didn't call her. And I don't think them people, listen, yeah, I know y'all don't be liking when I say stuff that y'all don't want to hear. I don't think Nene will ever be back on Housewives. I think that whatever settlement between Nene and NBC Universal, when they settled that lawsuit, I think that the compromise was somewhere in the middle. I think Nene might have walked away with some money. And I think that the compromise was she won't be back on Bravo, but she'll be on, be back on Housewives, but she will be able to come on other shows. Because remember, one of her accusations is that they blackballed her, right? So we saw her do the red carpet. We saw her be invited to do a season of Traitors. So I think that was the compromise, but I do not think she'll be back on Housewives. I just don't. Now, do I think they might get desperate enough to do it? Sure, they might. I mean, hell, they didn't call Sheree, and according to them, according to the rumor, they called Kim. So, I mean, they might be desperate enough to do it, but I just don't think it'll be Nene. I could be wrong, though. What up, Cruiser? Hey, y'all. Today is Cruiser's birthday. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all know what to do. Y'all flood that chat with happy birthdays for Miss Cruiser. Some of y'all gonna meet Miss Cruiser in October. Some of y'all gonna meet Miss Cruiser in February because she is coming to the Books and Bourbon and she is going on the cruise. Y'all know Cruiser is helping plan the cruise, okay? So y'all make sure y'all wish Miss Cruiser a happy birthday. Baby, I don't want to see none of them. I don't want to see Sheree, Kim, or Nene. Sorry, not sorry. I know y'all love Nene. I know Nene got her stands. I don't want to see none of them. Now, out of the three of them, Nene has a storyline that I would love to hear. I would love to hear Nene open up about life after Greg. And I would love to hear Nene talk about what's been going on with her. I would love to hear Nene talk about her sons and what's been going on with her sons. But guess what? She ain't going to do it. She ain't going to do it. She going to tell us the same thing we already know. She definitely makes good TV, Cruiser. She does. Now listen, I ain't going to tell y'all no lie. Nene, the old Nene definitely make good TV. But the mean Nene, the I don't really want to be here, but it's a good paycheck Nene, she wasn't that enjoyable. But now the early Nene, the hungry Nene, yeah, she was fun. She was fun. But the I'm only here because they paying me a lot of money to be here, Nene, she wasn't that fun. She really wasn't. So the other thing is, and we are going to review it over here. Tasha K did an interview with Kelly's husband, child. The bad hair Nene was a who, right, Cruiser? Yes. You know. So we are going to watch it and we are going to review it, but it is behind the paywall. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Y'all, I had canceled my Tasha K subscription because I wasn't using it, okay? I only got the Tasha K subscription because when she was doing the Rocky stuff and she interviewed Rocky's mistress behind the paywall. And then I think it was another interview she did behind the paywall. I think it was that the guy that was accusing Larry Reed, Lester. I think that. But after that, I kept it for a couple of months, but she wasn't really dropping anything that I cared about. So I canceled it. Don said he'll wait for YouTube. He don't care enough. How long does it usually take? Because sometimes she don't be dropping shit on YouTube. It be taking her forever. Preseason 6, Nene. Yeah. Sometimes it takes her a minute to drop stuff on her YouTube channel. That's the only reason why I'm gonna go ahead. But I'm gonna do like Pam, babe. Pam told me a long time ago. Pam was like, girl, when I need to do stuff like that, I shouldn't be telling y'all what Pam said. Pam didn't say this. Pam didn't say this. Somebody else said this. It wasn't Pam. But that person was like, I buy the subscription for a month, I get what I need, and then I cancel it. My problem is I always forget to cancel it, and then it be 6 months later. That's my problem. Plus, they make it hard for y'all to cancel that stuff. When I tried to cancel Zeus, I promise y'all, Zeus must have asked me 500 times if I was sure I wanted to cancel. And I had to keep telling them I am positive. I am sure that I'm positive. Same thing with Tasha K. She does. She has a lot on there now. She does. Well, she had movies and stuff on there before. Hey, Inspire. What's up, my love? All right. Tamar Braxton then came down here and posted a message to the people. Now let me tell y'all what she said. Wait a minute, hold on. Lexi, did somebody block Lexi? She's a member. I don't know why. Lexi, I'm gonna have to check my list. Hold on. I'm gonna have to check my block list. You shouldn't be on my block list, and I don't think any of my mods would have blocked you, knowingly blocked you. It may have been an accident. Maybe they were trying to block somebody else and got you. I'm sorry, y'all. Lexi, that's my boo thing. I gotta make sure she's not blocked. Hold on, y'all. Let me I'm sorry, Lexi. Let me make sure she's not on my block list. Hold on, y'all. Lexi, let me check after this because I don't want to hold up the show because I can never find where the damn block list is. Shit. I can never find where the damn block list is. Is it under advanced settings? No, it's not under advanced settings. It's under that. It's under this. No. I'm gonna look, Lexi. When we get off of here, I'm gonna look. I don't want to hold up this. I don't want to hold up the show, but I'm sorry, babe. You know you're not blocked. You know I would never block you. Let me see. Where is it? Community. Maybe it's under community. That's not it. Customization. No, that's not it. Lexi, I'll look when I get off here. I don't remember where the block list is, child. But I don't know why. You shouldn't be blocked though. She can't. She sent me a screenshot. She even tried to send a membership thing, and it's saying unable to send message. So I don't know why it's not letting you do it, boo. But I would never block you. But I'm gonna check when I get off of here. Cause again, I never remember where the block list is, and I don't want to take up too much time trying to find it. But she damn it. Why did it do that? I don't know why I did that. It was an accident. It definitely was an accident. Cause I know none of my first of all, Lexi don't even say nothing to be blocked about. And even if it was an issue, my moms wouldn't have blocked her knowing she's a member. They would have sent me a message and like, hey, you got a member over here cutting up. But no, And YouTube, sometimes if YouTube, because sometimes YouTube will block your comments, but it'll say there that held for review. It'll tell me that that's what it is. It's okay, Lexi. I'm gonna check when I get off of here. Okay, boo. She said, go ahead, girl. Go on with your show. But I'm gonna check when I get off of here. Okay. So Tamar posted this on her Instagram. First, she said, thanking God I woke up this morning or something like that. Then she said, I struggle to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Saturday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth, and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me, for real. I don't even know what happened to me. So this is what I'm going to say, because I don't want to be insensitive to any of it. If I take Tamar out of the equation, it sounds like she may have had a stroke. She may have had a heart attack. We're just gonna keep her in our prayers. I don't even want to say too much because I don't want to be insensitive. Because this is what I'm gonna say. I am gonna say this. If she had had a stroke, she would know she had a stroke, because she should have took her ass to the hospital, and they would have been able to do all the tests and all of the things, and they would have been able to tell her she had a stroke. If she just passed out for no reason and fell on her face, and that's why she's got the injury. And as somebody who went through a situation where my body betrayed me, and to this day, the doctors cannot tell me why, I totally empathize with that. Real talk. I totally empathize. As somebody who my body just did whatever it wanted to do, and to this day, the doctors cannot explain to me why my body did what it did. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to be insensitive. Now, if more information comes up, I reserve the right to say whatever the hell I want to say. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving right along. A picture was just posted yesterday of her and Funky Dineva in the club. Maybe it was before the incident. Maybe. She definitely should have somebody stand with her until they found out what's going on. But I thought she was living with her mama. Did she say she was? I mean, maybe she, I don't know. But this is what I will say. I know that new season of Braxton Family Values is coming on. And she says she's embarrassed by this season. And I'm going to leave it at that. Yep. Moving right along. I'm going to leave it that there. Is that why Tony was getting ready with Patel, because she invited Denise to come onto the show? It's going to be a mess. Denise filmed, and it's definitely going to be a mess. Absolutely, it's going to be a mess. All right. Moving right along. Last but not least, let me text El Teddy now. Let me send El Teddy the link and text him, because I'm confusion. Hold on. Let me send El Teddy the link right now, child. I'm gonna email it to him. Maybe she got Orient Express. I don't even know what that means. We all know how Funky Dineva. Oh yeah, if it's a story to tell, Funky gonna tell it. If that picture surfaced, and if it's a story to tell, he gonna tell it. Y'all go ahead and just tag me and give me the timestamp if he go live today and tell it. Y'all know how Funky do. Y'all let me know if he gonna tell it. You know what? El Teddy might want to be up here for these last two stories anyway, but I'm going to still just go ahead and keep going. Let me text him and let him know. Don said y'all could do better with them likes. Now I don't know what the likes is looking like, but it's almost 300 of y'all in the room. Can we get 250 likes? All right, my last two stories, and like I said, I'm sure. Oh, El Teddy in the chat. I just emailed it to you. I just emailed it to you, babe. I listen. You know I'm still playing. I'm still working out this copy paste thing on this Mac. Do you need me to drop it in the link? I mean, drop it in the chat, or you got your email? So let me say this. The first thing that we get right, well, the next to last thing we're going to talk about is what they got going on over to the Big Brother house. And let me explain something to y'all. See, I know El Teddy going to want to say something about this. Hey, boo.
Hey.
What's up?
You tell me. Do I need to come on screen? Y'all need to see my wonderful face?
You can if you want to. You was just on screen, though. We know you're not hiding.
Right.
So the last two topics I want to talk about Mickey down to the Big Brother, and I want to talk about Texas. So I figured you would love to come on down here for these last two topics. So let me just get what I got to say about Mickey, and then you can add your 2 cents, which I'm sure you have 2 cents to add. Let me explain something to y'all. Mickey, listen, I was trying with you.
Really, B, they did confirm that was not from her HOH.
Oh, God. Then that's nasty as fuck. Okay. Mickey, listen, on top of the fact that you put your nasty mouth on that communal juice, simply probably grapefruit juice, look like grapefruit juice, and drank that shit like it belonged to you and only you. That's some nasty shit, okay? And you know better. But we're gonna put that to the side. Mickey, for you to sit your ass up on this good Al Gore internet, because I'm gonna say the internet because I saw it on TikTok, okay? I saw it on the TikTok. And for you to try to justify why you should get some sort of reverence by fixing your fucking mouth to say, well, I'm the only black woman on this show.
No, traditional black woman. Don't forget that.
I'm sorry, you're right.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm the only traditional black woman on this show. And then when Ava gave you the side eye or whoever it was and said, well, Ashley's black. Well, I mean, no, she said I'm the only black woman. And then they said, well, Ashley's black. And she said, well, I mean, traditionally black. That's
what does that mean?
I don't even know what the fuck that means. But what I will say is you're part of the problem, Mickey.
She's trash.
You're part of the problem. You do not get to quantify somebody's blackness. You do not get to, and see, I've told y'all this before when y'all do it, and when I say y'all, if it ain't you, if I ain't talking to you, then let it go by you. But when y'all try to correct me when I talk about people being black, and y'all want to be like, well, they're biracial, well, they're half black, well, they're this, well, that doesn't count. They're not really black. See, I don't like that. I don't like that because there are very few of us that can trace ourselves back, and we don't have no mixing of nothing. We don't get to decide that if it ain't your mama and your daddy, then it don't count. We don't get to decide that just because Ashley may talk a different way or has beautiful curly hair or maybe was raised differently, you don't get to decide her blackness for her. You don't get to
one thing, we don't even know how Ashley was raised.
Well, right, you don't, right, because ain't nobody in there being honest about shit. Okay? And Morgan, I don't know how much of her is black, but she said her granddaddy was black. So she got a little up in her too. Now, I don't know what her mom and daddy situation is, but Morgan spoke with her granddaddy. Her grandfather was a part of the civil rights movement or some shit. I don't know. But my problem is it doesn't even matter. You don't get to, that traditional black piece is the part that got me. What the fuck does that even mean? So, Mickey, you're trash.
You know, I was done with her when she had an issue with homosexuality. And
see, I didn't know that. Y'all didn't tell me that.
The whole Jimmy situation. When
y'all did not Morgan, tell me that. We have a whole group chat. Y'all ain't say.
He basically castigated him down to hell.
About that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can believe it, and that's bullshit. Because her flipping on Jimmy made no sense. It still doesn't make any sense. Right, to Love. I didn't know that, but allegedly, and I'm only saying allegedly El Teddy because I didn't see it. But El Teddy said he saw it, and JB also said he saw it. I'm only saying allegedly because I didn't see it. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but she
Matter
was
of fact,
mimicking.
Jimmy, when he got out of the house, had a whole situation because once he saw it, he was because he still was trying to hold on to maybe they could be friends outside the house. And when he got out the house and he saw it, he was done. He was like,
yeah.
This, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No. Go ahead.
This the same girl who got mad because they did a birthday party for Kelly and was like, oh, well, she don't deserve a birthday. This the same girl who went and cooked that food and ate it in Rachel's face. Baby, Rachel better than me. Because, baby, the way I would have ate that food and
that's
not
what I don't see. Okay.
It,
you know what? That's a perfect segue into where I am with my confusion. Because I said the same thing. I said, well, what stopped Rachel from eating some of the food? Because I wish a bitch would. I wish a bitch would. Anyway, moving right along.
Because she ain't about not what nothing in that house. She bought no food in that house.
Talking about some right. Yeah, so anyway, Nikki, I'm done with you. I really tried with you, girl. I did. But yeah, I got nothing else for you. That traditionally black thing, that's some shit. Okay. And I think just a little big brother talk before we move on to this last topic. I think production might be putting some shit in the sauce this week to get Riley out the house. You know, they're getting a lot of pressure about Riley. Even Catherine's family has reached out to production.
But here's my thoughts on it. Can I be honest, really be? Riley hasn't done anything in the house to warrant them kicking Riley out.
Yes, he has. Have you seen those clips with Riley and Catherine?
I've seen him say some things.
And then he threatened to do bodily harm to, I think, Mickey or somebody. He said that there was a clip.
No, I'm my thing is with the Riley and Catherine situation. And one thing I will say about Big Brother, they don't play when it comes down to anything that could be, you know, they kick people out real fast out of the house in Big Brother multiple times. They don't play that foolishness. So in terms of Riley and Catherine, I don't know what legs her parents or the family have to stand on, because Catherine seemed not to have a problem with anything.
No, that's not true, El Teddy. Go to TikTok and find those clips. That's not true.
No. I've been watching the clips. What I'm saying is,
I disagree. I feel like
Catherine to me is more of the you have residence in Stockholm, because one moment you like, oh no, and then the next moment y'all underneath each other.
Well,
every day, all day long.
I'm gonna say. I mean, again, do I think, have we seen worse? Yes, we've seen worse. But if I were her family member, I would be uncomfortable with some of the things that I have seen. And I'm not, and that's why I said I think that production is getting involved to get him out, because he hasn't done enough for them to just straight up pull him out. He hasn't broken any rules for them to pull him out, but I do feel like they're getting enough pressure that they're like, all right, we got to get this nigga out of here.
Now, you're going to feed into the conspiracy theories of this week, I see.
What you mean?
That adds to this week's conspiracy theories.
I mean,
I don't want to give any spoilers.
Okay, well, moving right along. No, Chuck, this is in real time. This is happening right now.
Riley did just have a baby, and his baby mama said he ain't shit.
Yeah, right.
Before he came in the house, the baby mama said that bitch ain't paying shit.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, here's the last thing that we need to talk about, and I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to have a sugar spike moment.
I wish I had Larry.
I know, right?
Where's Larry when we need him?
I know. So in my title, I wrote, and this was an L Teddy title. I should have said I stole it from L. I should have wrote Sugar Spike in the title, but what I wrote in the title was, "This is why we lose." Last week, y'all motherfuckers down to the Texas gave us this whole "we shall overcome" bullshit. Y'all was standing on the steps down to the New York and the Chicago and the California, and y'all was like, "We ain't coming back. If we gotta be here 100 days, then we'll just have to be here for 100 days. We ain't coming back." And the next thing I know, these motherfuckers went back. That was my
not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them.
I know not all of them, but it doesn't matter, El Teddy. None of them. See, when y'all had the conversation, why did any of y'all go back? I don't give a fuck. See, y'all the people Harriet would have left. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted for over a year. Motherfuckers walked to work for a year. Carpool with their neighbors for a year. Rode bikes for a year. They did not get their ass on that fucking bus. Were they inconvenienced? Absolutely. Did it cost them jobs? Sure did. Did some of them get their ass beat? Martin Luther King got arrested and sued.
I think that's something people don't realize, really, B. Do you know the amount of times Martin Luther the King was arrested? I think that escapes people's mind. I think they just thought he was just always out here and people loved him and he got roses and stuff. The man was arrested over and over and over and over again. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Spike out. Spike out, my love. Continue.
No, but I was just sitting here and I was like, I didn't understand it last week, right? I was like, what the fuck happened to if we got to be here for 100 days? What happened to that? And then I'm listening to Don Lemon today. And I'm going to just let y'all hear a little bit of what was said down to the Don Lemon. Now, they were interviewing the young lady. What's her name? That's
Nicole Collier.
We're going to get to her
Representative Nicole Collier.
Okay, we're going to get to Representative Nicole in a minute. But I need y'all to hear something.
In fact, their DPS officers are standing right over here, making sure that they don't go anywhere.
So this is Nicole Collier being interviewed by Don Lemon. And there's some women in the chamber with her that are standing in solidarity with her. So that's what this is.
But they didn't stay overnight. I'm going to let you finish. Go ahead.
Listen, there's layers to this. And
they're making sure that I don't go anywhere because these doors are locked.
Can you see them?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You turn the camera? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's show you the DPS officers that are here today. They're in plain clothes.
We're going to get to that in a minute. But I want y'all to hear with this woman. And let me be clear. I respect my elders. So let me say that I respect the fact that this woman is in her 80s. But me and her about to have an issue. So
and they're just standing there.
I want y'all to hear what she's saying.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yes.
Seriously, what? So let me ask you: can you move in the lady who is on the right of Miss Collier? Not yet. Move in.
Miss T.
There.
Miss T. This is the dean of our house. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. So then, my question is,
yes,
why did you guys go back?
Well, the quorum was going to be set, and so once the quorum is there, you got to come back and fight. You have to be here because
you think it was going to be set. I didn't think it would be set unless you guys came back. There were enough people in Texas already.
They only need 2 more Democrats to come back. They only need 2 more people because sometimes.
So to be clear, she didn't answer their question. She didn't answer his question. What he said was, so the quorum was set. I didn't think the quorum was set. And her response was, well, they only needed 2 more. That was not his question. So the question is, so did he have 2 more?
Some days the Republicans didn't show up. So it just, depended on what day we were caught on. We knew that quorum was going to be restored. And so they only need 76 votes to pass a bill or to even change the rules on the floor.
Again, she said it sounds like they had the numbers. So you didn't know they had the numbers. But I'm going to keep going because I want y'all to hear Miss T. And again, no disrespect to Miss T, but Miss T, I got some issues. Okay.
And so they have 88. We have 62. So if we want to change, if we want to be here to oppose it, we got to show up.
Now, if they were not able to make quorum, if two people did,
what is there to fight? If they make quorum, there's nothing to fight. El Teddy, correct me when I'm wrong. If they make quorum, what is there to fucking fight? Okay, go ahead.
go back.
There are layers to it. We'll get there.
Here's the bottom line.
Now, this is Miss T talking now. To be fair, Miss T, 86 years old, but I still got some issues with what Miss T about to say.
We couldn't stop the train from rolling if we stayed out 100 days. The train was gonna still roll, but we delayed the train from rolling, and it gave us enough time.
Who gives a fuck about y'all delaying the train?
Why are you even still in Congress, Miss T?
Well,
Time to get a lot of things together legally, politically, and strategically.
So
Did her denture slip or something? Girl. Oh God.
El Teddy, stop. Listen. This.
Oh, I can't stand y'all.
The fact that this lady can't say the word strategically, that's another conversation. But again, I have to say, what did you have to consult an attorney with? What did you have to get in place? Like, I'm so confused. When I say I'm confused, y'all, this is what I'm talking about. I don't understand. It was very clear to me. If we leave town, they don't have a quorum. Yes, yes, he's going to just call another special session. Wouldn't just fucking don't come back. I'm
Really
confusion.
Let me help you out. Let me help your confusion, okay?
Okay.
You're
Because I'm
putting
not done with my confusion, but stick to this part. We'll get to
go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook. Like
well,
the kids say.
well,
I'm gonna let you cook. Go
okay.
ahead and cook.
So the first part was I'm just not understanding why the fuck they came back. And for you to be like, oh, well, we couldn't really stop that train from rolling. Y'all wasn't saying that last week, though. So what it sounds to me is whatever solidarity y'all had last week, somebody did, the solidarity was breaking apart. I don't know. Or somebody was bribed, or somebody got a brown paper bag on their back doorstep or something. I don't fucking know what happened. But what I know is y'all done did a whole 360 from last week. Last week it was we shall not be moved. And this week it was, well, I mean, you know, you win some, you lose some. Like, it was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? This is why the fuck we can't win. This is why we can't fucking win, El Teddy. Now, here's the second part of my goddamn confusion. I don't understand why that lady is sleeping in the fucking chamber. And what I mean by that is this. I know what she's saying, but what I'm saying is I don't understand why the fuck she's still there. Bitch, I would have walked my ass right on out that door, and if they would arrest me, oh, well, they just would have had to fucking arrest me. I wish the fuck I would. Now, why in the fuck is she the only one that ain't signed the goddamn document? Why?
That's my point.
If
that's you going with, I'm going with this.
Well, no, I knew I was gonna get there. I just had to get because I'm confused about a lot of this shit.
But I have an answer for that too.
I don't understand why the fuck she the only one. Where the hell was all of them we shall not be moved motherfuckers from last week?
Really be.
See, this is why the fuck we can't win.
Really be. These are Texas Democrats. Shall I remind you? Let's start with the fact that there's 1.5 million more registered Democrats in the state of Texas than there are registered Republicans. And if I had not told people that, they would never believe me that there are 1.5 million more registered Democrats in the great state of Texas than there are registered Republicans. And when you look at their legislature, you look at their governor's mansion, you look at every level of government, you would think that it was the other way around. More than just you would think that there were 3 million more Republicans registered, but there's not. These are the same Texas Democrats. And let me go to the Texas Congressional Black Caucus. Okay, the Congressional Black Legislative Caucus in Texas. Those are the same ones. Remember when I was screaming for 2 years about that young man, Daryl George? Remember, I did 2 years.
Yeah.
Not one of these people, the Texas Black Legislative Caucus, did nothing. And there's a Crown Act on the books in Texas. They still let that happen. These are the same Texas people that allow Houston ISD to be swept up by this state and taken over, and all of those children disenfranchised. Those black kids. And now these are the same black, and this is a Democratic caucus led by Gene Wu, who when they left, he wanted to capitulate and bend the knee because he wasn't built for this. And what they said happened was they met. They were in different cities. They met over Zoom. They said on the Zoom call, he had to already talk to his people from the Hispanic caucus and had made promises to them and said, well, we have to go back. And they made promises and they said, well, we'll handle it legally. You know as well as I do, really, being that could take years for adjudication to come down legally. And this is the Fifth Circuit where democracy goes to die. In the Fifth Circuit.
But what are you gonna handle legally? Once it passes, it fucking passes.
That's my point. And even if it's adjudicated illegal,
you can't unring that bell.
That's my point. Because even if it's adjudicated not legal, by the time that happens, 2026 primaries will be over. Now, like you said, Nicole Collier. These weren't even criminal warrants. These were civil warrants they had out for their arrest because there's no criminal basis for them to be arrested. Now she filed a writ of habeas corpus. She did file one of those, but y'all supposed to be standing on business. The fact that every Democrat. Now, Gene Wu tried to act like he was there with her in solidarity and slept there with her last night, him and Victor Perez. But be clear, they signed the agreement. And the fact that you didn't have the entirety of your caucus there and saying, do something about it. We all walking out this bitch. And I dare you bitches to arrest us. Also, really, B, I'm not going to give the DNC I ain't gonna give them a pass either, because these are registered members of the DNC, legislators. They may be state legislators, but they're still legislators in the DNC. Why aren't y'all screaming from the rooftops? Why aren't y'all on every news outlet? Why haven't y'all flown to Austin, Texas to stand in solidarity? Because you're led by weak fuck bitches like my frat brother Hakeem Jeffries and bitch ass Chuck Schumer. That's why. And let's be clear. And now really be this ought to make you mad. I hate to tie this in. The DNC is complicit in this DC shit. Let's be very clear, because they have been radio silent. Hakeem Jeffries and his strongly worded letter that he sent to the Trump administration about what's going on in DC. We know
I've been sick of him. So I've been sick of him.
The DNC has been complicit with what's been going on in DC since Marion Barry. That's why they drug Marion Barry through the mud, because they couldn't control Marion Barry. And that's why they allow all that stuff to happen to Marion Barry, because they couldn't control him. And every mayor y'all have had since then, they have had their hands around their throat. That's why y'all done had Eleanor Holmes Norton all of that time over there, because they know they have her in their back pockets. They don't mean to do right by black people.
Holmes Norton in 2 years. I don't even know if that lady's still alive. And I don't mean no disrespect. I love Eleanor. But again, she another one I need to go sit down.
She's pushing. Why is this 86-year-old lady telling me anything about what's going on in the legislative caucus? And if these are allegedly some of the most important positions that we have, what job is going to have an 86-year-old working there, except maybe the Walmart greeter person that's asking me for my damn receipt, and I tell them, get away from me before I push you down, you old person. I probably shouldn't do that. But I'm just saying. No, because they be bothering me. You just saw me walk out the line paying for this. Why are you asking me for this? You literally just watched me.
Well, that's why I don't do.
I do not stop. Maybe I'll push you down. You better get away from me. But I'm just saying, these people are not built for this, really. And if I'm a citizen of the great state of Texas, I am looking at everybody sideways. My local politicians,
so
my
when
state
I was looking at that on the news yesterday, and they were like, "Yeah, they're not letting her out." What the fuck you mean they're not letting her? I understand what they're saying. What I don't understand is why she's still there. Bitch, you would have had to just arrest me. I'm not fucking sleeping here.
It's poor leadership. The fact that every single Democrat, if we gonna show this sign, we all finna be locked up in here, or we all walking out. But one or two, what?
Like, I don't even understand why in the fuck y'all would agree. Like, there is no world that I live in where I'm going to agree to a police state. Now, that's one thing if they just take it from me. It's something else to sign on a piece of paper saying, sure, okay. That's crazy as hell.
And what's so unnerving is it be our own people who we elect in good faith and put in these positions, and they don't care nothing about us. All they care about is a check that they can get from a donor or stand in that office so they can get other, under the table amenities that they can get.
And let's be clear. Shout out to the Democrats that didn't go back. I mean, that's fine. I get that. But the problem I'm having is there's no solidarity. And I'm sick of it. I understand that the Democrats do not have power. I mean, don't have like the majority. I get that. But the shit that they can do like this, they can't even it's been a week. A fucking week. Y'all act like y'all been gone for 6 months. Y'all have been gone a fucking week. And for the ones in Chicago, y'all weren't even paying for a hotel room.
Sure wasn't, because we know J.B. Pritzker, they own Hyatt.
He had to stay in the Hyatt for free. Y'all didn't even have to fucking pay for a hotel room. Like, come on, man. Anyway, that's why I was just saying I was confused. Again, I'm not confused at what happened. I'm confused at why. And
because
that's why the fuck we keep losing.
See, I wasn't confused because I knew and I saw over history, these people are not built for this. They go along and they let stuff happen and they have nothing to say. They don't come out. They might do a strongly worded statement, but they don't have any teeth into what they do. And these people run roughshod. When I look at those numbers, and I looked at these numbers back, I look at these numbers for the large states before any primary, just to see what the voter rolls look like. And so when I started to look at Texas and see, wait a minute, and I said, now this makes sense. Y'all have millions more registered Democratic voters. That means that y'all are not on the ground doing the work. That's what that means. That's literally what that means. Y'all don't want to do the work. I literally have no idea to understand that, because if that's the case, even if you tell me they gerrymander, guess what really be? U.S. senator seats have nothing to do with gerrymander. You can't gerrymander a senatorial seat. You cannot gerrymander the governor's mansion. You see what I'm saying? Those are raw numbers across the state. So you telling me you got that many more registered Dems, and which goes back to my point. The Dems think they're fighting the Republicans in MAGA. No, y'all are fighting the internet, the couch, the computer, the phone. Y'all are fighting apathy and people not going out there. Y'all are not fighting the Republicans in MAGA, and that's y'all point. That's why y'all are losing. We are here by ourselves, which means we're going to have to fight for ourselves at this point, really. This is coming. I know we don't want it to come, but it's coming. It's going to come to a head.
I'm tired. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for coming up, sir. I appreciate it.
I thank you for
Y'all,
inviting me.
Chuck,
Hey, Chuck.
Chuck, we are gonna get I was gonna try to do Noah's Ark tonight, but y'all, I'm tired. When I say I'm tired, I am tired.
I was ready on Sunday. Let the record show.
He was. But LT, you know, today was. Listen, I've been in my class.
I know you were bad. I know your body is tired.
And I think I told you that I'm moving to a new building, so like I had to unpack boxes. We've been moving furniture all day, baby. When I say y'all I'm tired, like when I tell y'all I'm about to get off of here, and I'm ready to go take me a nice shower. Nice hot shower, and what time is it? It's 8:18. Y'all, I'll probably be asleep before 9:30, and I mean that with everything I got in my body right now. I'm tired. When I get, I gotta check my block list because Lexi got blocked. I think I gotta check my block list, and then I have to look. Why I ain't registered for my PD for tomorrow yet?
Couple things I want to say before I get off. Those people on the Eastern Seaboard, do not think that you may not be affected by the Hurricane Aaron, please. North Carolina, Northern South Carolina, Southern Virginia, and North Carolina. If you're toward the coast, even parts of DC may get some out.
Well, it's been overcast and raining all day today.
So y'all be safe out there.
And I want to say this. I need to remind y'all, and I know, and actually it was on my list. Thank you, El Teddy, for reminding me because I did mean to bring up the hurricane. The other thing I want to bring to y'all attention, please remember that we no longer have the National Weather Service to rely on. Please use your common sense. Please use your common sense. Like, I know a lot of times, especially those of us who grew up around hurricanes and stuff are like, oh, I've been doing this. Remember, we don't have the same things in place that we normally have thanks to the Orange Man. So we may not be getting the same warnings, or certainly maybe not in the same time frame. So please use your common sense. Please be careful, you guys. Please. Okay.
And to go further with what Really B says, sometimes the problem is not even just so much as not in the same time frame. The fact that they may not be getting the warnings out in as loudly as they have in the past. I know I put on my channel, I recommended people buy a NOAA radio that can be used when the power goes out. It has solar charging, it has a crank charger, and it has a inputs for your phone and things like that.
Yeah.
And it gives you access to the National Weather Service and their emergency broadcast system as well, so that you and your people can stay safe. The other thing before I get off, no matter if you're in Texas or not, stay vigilant. Primary season will be here before you know it. All of these people need to go. On every level, they all have to go, and that's something that everybody can do to help get in the fight, get in these primaries, and vote these people out, and vote people who are going to be in the fight to help us. That is one way. If you say, I don't want to get out there and protest, I don't want to boycott such and such, you can go out and get in these primaries. Don't wait until the Novembers. Vote in the primaries. That's how we get some of these lazy people out of here. That's all I got. Really be.
One last thing. See, when you say stuff, it reminds me to say stuff. Then okay. So I want to just say this to y'all, and to the person who said this to me, I hope they're not offended by what I'm getting ready to say. I'm not gonna call no names. So the other day I did a live and I talked about how Target was ending. I was like, you guys, it's working. Target has to end their membership with Ulta. And somebody left in my comment, they're ending their membership. They're ending their partnership with Ulta because people weren't buying the products. And here's why I need y'all to understand how boycotts work.
What?
So here's the thing about Ulta. Ulta has a standalone store, and Ulta also has sections inside of Target. It was an agreement that Ulta and Target made, so that you go into a Target, you can shop at Ulta and kind of get you a 2-for-1. So I need people, and this is what frustrates me when people are like, it's a big deal. It's not a big deal. Because the foot traffic has been reduced in Target. I'll use myself as an example. If I need some makeup and
bless you.
Excuse me, y'all.
Bless you.
Shout all that dust that was around today. Thank you. If I need a makeup product and I like Target, Ulta is my preferred store that I like to go to. Because I'm no longer going into Target, I now, instead of going into Target, I can just go to an Ulta standalone store. Thank you, everybody. Or I can go online and order it from Ulta. The point is this. Target and Ulta have had to end their partnership because of low sales. That's it. That's all.
Target just reported another $12 billion in losses.
Exactly. I was just getting ready to say the same thing. So, yeah, that's how boycotts work. That is where the pressure comes on. And see, that is what I mean when I said the Montgomery bus boycott, it lasted for over a year. And I need y'all to understand something. I've said this to y'all before. El Teddy has said it on his channel, and he's going to nod his head when I say what I'm getting ready to say. I need y'all to understand something. The bus company down in Montgomery, Alabama didn't wake up one day and said, you know what? We haven't been fair to the Negroes. We're just going to go ahead and let them sit on the front of the bus. That is not how that worked. They went bankrupt. And it took a year. And you know why they went bankrupt? Because without the black dollar, they could not sustain their business. Period. And it's not going to be overnight. And people don't normally change policy that they don't want to change unless they have to. And the pressure on Target is coming from the shareholders saying, whoa, what the fuck? So again, every time something hits Target, I'm going to fucking take credit for it. You might not want to take credit for it. You might want to say, oh, well, they just ended their partnership because people weren't buying the products. Well, I'm going to take credit and say, my little $100 a month that I'm no longer spending at Target, sometimes more, I'm going to take credit. And everybody in here that has not been shopping at Target or has drastically reduced, because I know some of y'all fell off the wagon. I know, but just climb back on it. Because it's the economic pressure that makes
now you got me
things
coughing.
happen. Huh?
Now you got me coughing.
Sorry.
I want to say too, really quickly, that what I want us to do is I don't want us to be as reactive. And I say that because this Target boycott was reactive when Target officially announced that they were going to align with the EO that came out from Trump. But let's be clear, Target has shown their ugly little heads. Remember last year during Pride Month when they bent the knee and acquiesced to Christian nationals for Pride Month, and they showed us then, oh, well, any type of pressure will bend the knee. And when they do it to one minority group, they're coming for all minority groups. And when we see that a company does that to any minority group, we can't live in a bubble and say, well, I don't care, that ain't us. We'll wait till it get to us. Because by that time, it's going to take much more effort. It may not be too late, but the effort that we're going to have to put in is going to have to be greater because we're being reactive instead of being proactive. So let's look why, because I saw that Jamal talked about the stuff going on at Dollar General as well. And some of the numbers that he put out with Dollar General was even worse than what's going on at Target. Because of the food desert situations across the country, Dollar General is one of the most populous stores in the country. And they ain't doing nothing for us. They ain't got not one black product on the shelf. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, so I definitely applaud Jamal. Since I talk bad about one frat brother, I talk good about the other one. I applaud him and what he's doing with these boycotts, making sure that we're informed.
And he's keeping the pressure.
Stay on top.
He is definitely keeping the pressure. Now, listen. Last thing, I'm giving y'all a homework assignment. Tribe, y'all got a homework assignment. For those of y'all that listen to the Funky of the Dineva, he live right now. Y'all just leave me a message in my DMs if he talk about Tamar. And just let me know the timestamp. Okay? All right. Because I'm not about to go watch it. All right. Hey, Say James. What's up, babe?
Hey, Say James.
All right, y'all. We getting out of here. I will see y'all tomorrow. We will do I should be able to do a teacher project tomorrow. I think, yeah, I should be able to do one tomorrow. And then we're gonna do Noah's Ark. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace. Not Dollar General is trash. It is.
It is. It really is.
I told you after I got into that argument with the people down to the Dollar General, I ain't been back.
I ain't arguing with them people for their trash.
Because they wouldn't let me return. That's why, because they wouldn't let me return the trash.